All right, so today we're going to be taking a look at this mini inkjet printer. And with an inkjet printer, you can print whatever you want. You can print QR codes, labels, UPCs, text documents, whatever you want to print in mini form. And this is something that's going to be portable, easy to use. And so what I want to show you today, so they sent this to me so that I can show it to you. And what I want to show you today is how to get it up and running, how to install the ink. We're also going to be transferring some images onto the printer. We're going to print those out, going to make a text file and print that out just to show you how you can do it and use it for UPCs, use it for labels, for bottles, for wood, for metal. It's going to be, you're going to be able to print on just about anything. So what you get here is the housing unit, and then you also get your ink, which is going to go into the top side of the printer. You also get a template so that you can make a straight line with it, and then you also get a stylus so that you can use it as a touch screen. So the first thing that we want to do is just go ahead and look at the features that are available on this. Right here on the outside is a power button, and then you've also got a USB-C charge port. So it does have an internal battery, and you can take this with you wherever you need to go. You're going to long press it to power it on. And then on the home screen is going to be where you have a text file that you can create. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go right down here into your settings. And then in your settings, you can set your date and your time. You can go to your system, you can print, you can clean your nozzle, change your language, and there are 25 different languages there. And to go back, you're always going to hit this button right up here at the top. And then it's going to bring you back to the previous screen. Then you can adjust your touchpad. You can set the caliber on that. You can calibrate that. And once we do that, we'll go back to that main screen. Now the screen is calibrated. We can reset. USB, we're going to be using that today. This is going to be the information, the about information and the software that's on here, and then you can shut it down from there, or you can just long press your power button. So the next thing we want to do after setting the time and date and making sure all your other parameters are where you want them to be, then it's time to just start playing around with it and finding out what works for you. So we're going to go ahead and put the ink in first. And one thing I'll say about the ink is that you do want to make sure that the ink is always covered so that it doesn't dry out. And if it does dry out, then you can just use an alcohol swab, clean it off, and then it'll be ready to print again. So this is just going to slip in super easy, just like any other ink that you have on your printer. And then we're going to lock it into place right here in the back, and then we're good to go. So you can use the stylus, or you can use your fingers for your touch screen. Because my fingers are big and clumsy, I'm going to go ahead and use the stylus, and I want you to just zoom right in here. Okay, so when we are creating a text file, the first thing that we want to do is get a blank template, and then we want to click add. And in the add, we can add text, we can add the date, an image, a barcode, whatever we wanted to do. We got these options right here. So we're just going to do a simple text, and in that simple text, we're going to just say hello. And to get that text to print, or to get that text up on the screen, we're going to have to click this box here, which is an empty box, and it does say text. And so we click that, and then it brings up a keyboard, and we're just going to put in hello. And then we are going to click OK down here in the corner. Now, right down here, we have what font we want to use, and we can change the font if we wanted to. These are the options that we have here. We're just going to continue with what we got on the Droid. We can also change the size. Now, I've messed around with the size in order to get the full text out. You can, on that size, you can go from a minimum of a 12, which is a really small text, to a maximum of 300. We got it set at 150, which works out really well. So I'm just going to leave it right at that. Now, on that text, I can click it, and I can move it around wherever I want to. So if I wanted to go up there in the corner and go left to right, we're good with that. We can rotate that, we can flip it, we can bold it, we can unbold it, whatever we want to do, it's our choice. So once we get the text the way that we want it and we're satisfied with it, then we can print. But in order to print, we always need to go back to home screen, which is here, and then we can push our start button, or we can push the power button, which is also your print button. So we click the print, and then it says 0 have printed, and it's waiting. What it's waiting for is for me to hit that start button. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button. swipe it across my page, and you just want to make sure that you got your rollers on there, which is going to roll across the paper. Simple, easy, and just like that. And we can do it again, just like that. Super easy, simple to do, no issues there. So the next thing I want to show you is how to transfer an image into your printer. And it does come with a transfer cable, and this is also your charge cable. So it's very important that you pay attention to this because everything has to go from the home screen. So we go back to our home screen, and in our home screen, we're going to click our settings this time, and we're also going to click USB. And what USB is going to do is allow you to connect it to your computer. And then you can see it pops up right here. And if I wanted to, I can click this, make sure that I have it the way that I want it, and then I can just drag it and drop it into the printer file. Because that file is already there, we're just going to leave it, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like when you print it out. So now that I got it transferred, we're just going to go back in and go to that file the same way we did our text file. So we're going to go back to our home screen. Now what we want to do is go into our add. We want to add an image, and we want to click, you see that space there is blank. You want to click that, and then you want to grab your image right here. Just click on it, and then you click open, and then it opens it up right there. Now you can also change the size, and you can also rotate it. Now that size, we're going to go back to a 150 or a 200 this time. I've played around with these images. I want to make sure I get the full image out. And then we're going to go back to our home screen, going to click our print button, and then we're going to click print down here in the corner, and then we're going to swipe. We can do that again and swipe just like that. So again, you can use this for your QR codes, UPC labels. You can label your water bottles, you can label boxes, you can label documents, you can print out images. So many different options that you have with this portable printer. It's really nice, simple, and easy to use, multiple languages. I don't think that you're going to be disappointed with it. One thing that I will say is that it does have a tendency on the image to freeze up, and then sometimes it won't transfer. What you need to be careful with on the transfer is that you are transferring a bitmap or a JPEG file. It will not print a PNG file or any other file other than the BMP or the JPEG. So that's good information for you to know. So portable printer with a template guide so that you can make your straight lines, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed with it.